مر الزمان تألقا وأضاء.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ومن يطع الله والرسول فأولئك مع الذين أنعم الله عليهم من النبيين والصديقين والشهداء والصالحين وحسن أولئك رفيقا. صدق الله العظيم. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My dear respected brothers and sisters and fellow listeners, inshallah today I will discuss a verse from Surah An-Nisa, verse number 69. A very powerful verse, meaningful verse. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He reveals this verse in account to few companions who asked the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam if they would be with the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in Jannah. And in brief, this verse means, in those who obey Allah and His Messenger, they will be with those that Allah has favored. مَعَ الَّذِينَ أَنْعَمَ اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِمْ. And the people who are most favored by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala are the Nabiyyin, the prophets, the messengers, was-Siddiqeen, the truthful people, was-Shuhada, the martyrs, was-Salihin, the righteous. And how excellent is their companionship. This verse particularly was revealed for Abdullah bin Zayd bin Abdul Rabb al-Ansari radiyallahu anhu, who is the same companion who witnessed the dream of the adhan and who came to the Prophet ﷺ. Based on this dream, the Prophet ﷺ taught the companions the call to prayer, which is the adhan before every salah. There is also another companion that is documented who asked the Prophet ﷺ the question of, I want to be with you in this dunya and I cannot enjoy life in this world without you. How will I enjoy life in akhirah, in paradise without you? And the other companion is the Prophet ﷺ's friend, Mawla Nabi ﷺ, Thawban, Mawla Nabi ﷺ. My brothers and sisters, this is a very powerful verse. Particularly, number one, the verse is an interpretation of a verse that's in Surah Fatiha, where we recite, Ihdina as-sirat al-mustaqim, sirat al-ladhina an'amta alayhim. Oh Allah, guide us to the straight path, the path that you have, the path of those who you have favored. And the most favored people that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has showered His mercy upon are the prophets and the righteous people. And this is that verse which explains the most noble people. Number one. Number two, the Aisha radiallahu anha says in an authentic hadith, مَا مِن نَبِيٍّ يَمْرُضْ إِلَّا خُيِّرَ بَيْنَ الدُّنْيا وَالْآخِرَةِ. Any prophet that was going through the fatal illness of their sickness in the last moments of their life, they were always given an option whether they could stay in this dunya or to leave this world to the next world. The Prophet ﷺ was also given this choice, whether to remain in this world or to leave this world and join Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the pious of the next world. The Prophet ﷺ, before he passed away, he said, مَعَ الَّذِينَ أَنْعَمَ اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِمْ مَعَ الَّذِينَ أَنْعَمَ اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِمْ مِنَ النَّبِيِّينَ. Oh Allah, join me with those you have favored, the righteous prophet, the prophets, the righteous men and women. So Aisha radiallahu anha was given the indication, a message. When the Prophet said this, she recognized the Prophet ﷺ picked the choice of leaving this world. Of course, this was an emotional state for the wife, the Prophet ﷺ's wife, Aisha radiallahu anha, but this is also a point to notice that the Prophet ﷺ was given a choice. Number three, the companions of the Prophet ﷺ who enjoyed the company of the Prophet ﷺ very much. From amongst them, the Thawban radiallahu anhu's story is very interesting. One day the Prophet ﷺ saw him, وَقَدْ غَيَّرَ لَوْنُهُ. His face, the complexion of his face had changed. وَنَحَلَ جِسْمُهُ. And he had lost weight, as if the worries of the world had dropped on his shoulders. And the Prophet ﷺ, and you could recognize, يُعْرَفُ فِي وَجْهِ الْحُزْنِ. The Prophet ﷺ could recognize from his face, there was some worry that was troubling him. The Prophet ﷺ asked Thawban, مَا غَيَّرَ لَوْنُكَ يَا Thawban. What has changed the complexion of your face? What's going on? The Prophet ﷺ asking his companion this because he was worried about him. The companion replies, مَا بِي وَجْعٌ Ya Rasulullah, wala huzunun, I have no pain, no worries. The only worry that I have, and it comes in his description, كَانَ شَدِيدُ الْحُبِّ النَّبِي صلى الله عليه وسلم وَقَلِيلُ الصَّبْرَ عَنْهُ. He used to love the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم extremely, and he could not tolerate little bit time away from the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم. He couldn't bear the time that he would be away from the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم. Always wanted to be in the company of the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم. The Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم is hearing this, and he says, Ya Rasulullah, when I think about you, I am restless. You know, and I'm completely restless and I'm in pain until I come see your beautiful face. Another companion came to the Prophet, narrated by Aisha radiallahu anha, A man came to the Prophet ﷺ, Ya Rasulullah, innaka lahabba ilayya min nafsi. I love you more than my family. I love you more than my children. I love you more than myself. وإني لأذكرك. When I remember you, إني إذا كنت في بيتي فأذكرك. When I'm in my house and I remember you, فما أصبر. I am restless. حتى آتيك فأنظر إليك. Until I come to you and I see your beautiful face. And when وإذا ذكرت موتي وموتك, when I remember the reality of death, the inevitability of death, and that I have to leave this world and you're going to leave this world. عرفت أنك إذا دخلت الجنة رفعت مع النبيين. When you enter paradise, you will be elevated with the highest levels of prophets. وأني إذا دخلت الجنة خشيت أن لا أراك. And I, if God gives me paradise, hopefully, I fear that I won't be able to enjoy your sight in the gardens of paradise. If I don't enjoy this world without seeing your beautiful face, how will I enjoy the next world without being in your company? فلم يرد النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم شيء. The Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم did not have an answer to this claim of this companion. For this answer, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent Jibreel from the heavens with this verse that we just recited in front of you. Verse number 69 of Surah An-Nisa. وَمَنْ يُطِعِ اللَّهَ وَالرَّسُولِ. Those who obey Allah and His Messenger, indeed, فَأُولَٰئِكَ مَعَ الَّذِينَ نَعْمَ اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِمْ مِنَ النَّبِيِّينَ. They will be resurrected with the pious and the righteous, starting with the prophets, then the Siddiqeen, the most truthful, which is Abu Bakr, then the Shuhada, the martyrs, and the leading category of these people are Umar, Uthman, and Ali. And then Salihin, the righteous, and the leading category of these people, of this category, are the companions of the Prophet ﷺ. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to resurrect us with the righteous people. In particularly, we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make our abode in the company of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, the greatest of all prophets, the greatest of all humans. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to instill in our hearts the true love, which will exemplify in our character and our actions, so on the day of judgment we can be raised with the righteous. Wa akhiru da'wan alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.
كالنجوم تألقا وتمثل